Dear viewers, as we have learned from my previous videos that how the T3 and T4 hormones are formed and enter into the circulation, in this video we will learn how these hormones affect the cellular functions. For this purpose, T3 is required and T4 present in the blood after entering into the cell is converted into the T3 by iodinase enzyme. There are special type of thyroid hormone receptors present in the nucleus. These receptors have high affinity for T3. The thyroid hormone receptor usually forms a heterodimer with retinoid X receptor. When the T3 is attached to the dimer, it becomes activated and attaches with the DNA. Part of the DNA to which it attaches is called thyroid hormone response element. On binding with thyroid hormone, the receptors initiate the transcription process. Then large numbers of different types of messenger RNAs are formed. This mRNA, after entering into the cytoplasm, synthesizes the new proteins with the help of ribosomes. These proteins are functional proteins, for example enzymes, which ultimately increases the metabolism. Second type of proteins are structural proteins, which are responsible for mental and physical growth. Third type of proteins are regulatory proteins. These are transporters, for example sodium-potassium ATPases. These sodium-potassium ATPases are expressed onto the cell membrane. These transporter protein pushes 3 sodium outside and 2 potassium inside the cell. Because this process uses energy and increases the amount of heat produced in the body, this might be one of the mechanisms by which thyroid hormone increases the body's metabolic rate. Second, regulatory proteins are LDL receptors, present on the hepatocytes. Expression of these receptors are increases, leading to rapid removal of low-density lipoproteins from the plasma by the liver and subsequent secretion of cholesterol by the liver cells. Now we will go through the effect of thyroid hormone on specific bodily mechanisms. The effect of thyroid hormone on carbohydrate metabolism. The uptake of glucose, glycolysis, gluconeogenesis, absorption from GIT and insulin secretion, all are increases. All these effects probably result from the overall increase in cellular metabolic enzymes caused by thyroid hormone. Essentially all aspects of fat metabolism are also enhanced under the influence of thyroid hormone. Lipids are mobilized rapidly from the fat tissue, which decreases the fat stores of the body. This also increases the free fatty acid concentration in the plasma and greatly accelerates the oxidation of free fatty acids by the cells. Effect on plasma and liver fats. Increased thyroid hormone decreases the concentrations of cholesterol, phospholipids, and triglycerides in the plasma, even though it increases the free fatty acids. Conversely, decreased thyroid secretion greatly increases the plasma concentrations of cholesterol, phospholipids, and triglycerides, and almost always causes excessive deposition of fat in the liver as well. Increased requirement for vitamins. Because thyroid hormone increases the quantities of many bodily enzymes and because vitamins are essential parts of some of the enzymes or coenzymes, thyroid hormone increases the need for vitamins. Effect on basal metabolic rate. Because thyroid hormone increases metabolism in almost all cells of the body, excessive quantities of the hormone can occasionally increase the basal metabolic rate 60 to 100% above normal. Effect on body weight. Greatly increased thyroid hormone almost always decreases the body weight, and greatly decreased thyroid hormone almost always increases the body weight. Effect of thyroid hormones on the cardiovascular system. Thyroid hormone increases the blood flow, cardiac output, heart rate, and heart strength. The heart rate is one of the sensitive physical signs that the clinician uses in determining whether a patient has excessive or diminished thyroid hormone production. Effect on the respiratory system. The increased rate of metabolism increases the utilization of oxygen and formation of carbon dioxide. These effects activate all the mechanisms that increase the rate and depth of respiration. Effect on the gastrointestinal system. Thyroid hormone increases both the rates of secretion of the digestive juices and the motility of the gastrointestinal tract. Effect on the central nervous system. In hypothyroid conditions, the mentation becomes slow, CSF proteins becomes elevated, and the reaction of stretch reflex is prolonged. The hyperthyroid individual is likely to have extreme nervousness and many psychoneurotic tendencies, such as anxiety complexes, extreme worry, and paranoia. Effect on the function of the muscles. Slight increase in thyroid hormone usually makes the muscles react with vigor, but when the quantity of hormone becomes excessive, the muscles become weakened because of excess protein catabolism. One of the most characteristic signs of hyperthyroidism is a fine muscle tremor. This tremor is believed to be caused by increased reactivity of the neural synapses in the areas of the spinal cord that control muscle tone. Effect on sleep. The hyperthyroid subject often has a feeling of constant tiredness, but because of the excitable effects of thyroid hormone on the synapses, it is difficult to sleep. Conversely, extreme somnolence is characteristic of hypothyroidism, with sleep sometimes lasting 12 to 14 hours a day. Effect on other endocrine glands. Increased thyroid hormone increases the rates of secretion of several other endocrine glands, but it also increases the need of the tissues for the hormones. Effect of thyroid hormone on sexual function. For normal sexual function, thyroid secretion needs to be approximately normal. In men, lack of thyroid hormone is likely to cause loss of libido. Great excesses of the hormone, however, sometimes cause impotence.